I don't remember any of the 30s. I didn't come along till the 40s. I don't remember a lot of the 40s either.
No, just what's happening today. 274 million low for somebody bought chain stores out of today.
Oh yeah, big deal.
Big deal. What's happening? The same as it was in the 30s. Too much getting too few hands.
Yeah.
Blame that that broke in the 30s. Too much gotten too few hands.
I imagine that. Yeah, I remember reading about the turn of the century when they had the antitrust laws, and then again in the 30s. And I think you're right. I think the people keep talking about the necessity to have efficiency and the necessity to compete internationally, but I think it's not a good thing. I was thinking probably in the 30s there was a lot more economic activity around here, a lot more businesses. What kind of businesses were there in Middleville? What kind of shops?
In the 30s?
Yeah.
I don't remember the one blacksmith shop. 32, that sawmill started down there, and it runs till 60.
Oh.
And that created, now, you hear them talking about their, house party here, and another one somewhere else next to it. Where do they go?
You go to the
Yeah, you can't get that. We haven't got the young people in the country to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We're,
Me and Daddy
I don't know.
will stay here for
Nothing to keep them here.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no work, they have to drive out.
You gotta go away.
Yeah. Or if they're lucky they can live here and they have to work in Perth or something, maybe Lanark.
A lot of them go through here every morning from St. Sparks to Ottawa.
Oh, indeed. No, when I worked in Ottawa, I mean, I got into Ottawa at 7 in the morning, and I was in the first wave of cars, you know. And, I mean, the traffic would just be steady and would start to pick up steam the other side of Union Hall. And you're talking 6:30 in the morning, or before. Later on, it'd be even more.
In the morning, too. Tough driving.
Yeah.
Face the sun going, face the sun coming home.
Yeah.
And fortunately, I worked 12 hours a night. Went to work at 8 o'clock at night, worked late in the morning.
Yeah.
I went to work, sun went back, and from home, sun went back. Didn't register with me, so some of the real estate deals down there.
Yeah.
All going to the outside of all with the bag, drive in the morning with the sun behind you.
So,
If I could go up to the spoil with her.
would you take over that now? That would be great.
How much was it?
Well, 2 on yourself and 1 on. Yeah, there should be change from the 2 plus 1 for Owen to get him a drink and.
For a bag of chips?
Yes. Yeah.
A drink and a bag of chips for Owen.
Yes, please.
So that would take $2.
Well, not quite, but almost.
Yeah, where'd you get it down?
You can leave that here, Owen.
Okay. Dad, I'm just feeling this. Is it okay if I ride my bicycle?
No, I think you need to walk with him. No, it's not fair for him. Well, work it out. Work it out with Owen. So what were you working at that was 8 to 8?
Private practice. Here, mother.
Huh.
Well, I screwed all that. One fellow said, I can't make the wages from Skeldrag around here.
Mm-hmm.
He couldn't do it either. It eased off.
Mm-hmm. Of course, the farms here in the 30s supported a lot more people than they do now. Not a lot of working farms, eh?
Yeah, here on the day we're talking. I'm not got you through here in the morning. Used to be Harold Rogers, Mike Fed, Bob Reed, Flex, right out through. Now, it's Bob Reed, Maurice Fed, Earl, Bruce Rogers, George James,
Yeah, 4 or 5 stops.
Irish Myers, and Bob Gray. The other day I was talking, thinking, take this road from here on. Farms that used to be there. No, we thought Reed's only one. They're rented or sold. No, it's now this Roger. He's sitting on 1, 2, 3, 4 farms. He has them, and then rent from the South. He's rent the South Farm, he's hard barman. That's, what is it? Did we make $1 then? And it was yours. Now you make $1. Who gets the big share?
And somebody else's. Yeah.
Now, I don't know. I could make milk. 8 to 12 cows. Hard to be in 12 cows today.
Yeah, 12 cows wouldn't get you a lot today. You need, what, about a minimum of 50 to have a decent income from that. Yeah. When the cheese factory operated in Middleville, where did they sell their cheese?
Where?
Yeah.
Well, it went to a cheese board in first to start with. Then we went to a cheese board at Rockville, and I think the last of them to use it went to council. Where was it sold? You were here a month ago?
No, I didn't see it.
Craig. There used to be 5 cheese factories in our town. And Craig was making the cheese factory right side. And they made a cheese and put a note in it, on top, the date that it was made, and where, and the address, and his answer. He got his answer from the Midlands in Scotland. For he got his supply from.
So his cheese got exported to Scotland.
And that'll be 1905 or 1895, right in that.
Yeah, turn of the century.
Yeah. And that was made at Brightside. A lot of people don't want me to, don't believe.
Yeah.
Not at Brightside a few years ago, put a, up on the floor of the house. Another on the side in rock. Why? Dug it all out to find out. And I'm going to put one in and bring it up. Chugged it, a great big square of cement on it. That was for the waste scale stuff. We lived in the house yet. And it turned into it. It was a cheese factory, now it's a house.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only building is used in the side. Boyd's burnt. The first pier burnt. The next one was built, it was closed in the 60s. One at Hopetown, Jim Mule's house burnt, so he bought the factory and built himself a house out of it.
Yeah.
Now the one at Hall's Mills up here, I don't know some of that one. Oh, there's a couple of cement pillars out there in the street.
Ah.
And that was 5 that was in Lanark Township.
Yeah. So there's the one in Brightside that's now a house and the one here that's now abandoned. Huh. So they just sell it to the cheese board, and the cheese board would then sell it to a company, and a company would put their name on it and export it.
11 3/4 cents, 11 1/8 cents.
So I guess there'd be 2 kinds of cheese. I mean, there'd be the kind of cheese that a company would make, and people would know that as a brand name. Or were there any companies like that? Did all the cheese come from little companies?
Okay. That'll be some prices here someplace. 1849 to 1852, George Beck lived in Satan, made cheese at Appleton Cheese Factory. James Drew made an Appleton 56 for 6 for 6. closed in 70.
That's where I used to live in Appleton. I couldn't remember a cheese factory there.
You live one there, but I can't tell you where.
Yeah. Huh.
Bacon to the factory.
So do you have an idea of how many farmers would draw milk to that factory?
Here.
Yeah. So I remember Lyle telling me that when he was younger, of course, he and the Mathers and all down the fourth line to Jimmy Dodds would all take turns drawing the milk, eh?
He's the best.
Yeah.
Mathers would leave here, go over, some of the old place, did not live, go for Deed's old place, and straight through the bush.
Yeah.
Not your place.
That's right.
And back up this way and through. And then you go off for 1 week, some of it would be. He was W.B. Franklin's first I ever, well, not Flint, and then Walter Park. Walter Park. Even though, not some of them. Cottage Neck, C-O-T-T-E. What would you? Jimmy Dodd, Johnny Taylor. Jimmy Martin, Bob Somerville, who was all before that. Mom. Bob Somerville and Mom again. Colonel Frederick over there, that was Somerville. Yeah. Really?
So several farmers just down that one road who would draw. Now, would they draw from the other direction? Would they draw past Rogers Farm and up from Blackburns?
There's 54 agents, companies. Another factory had 74. In 1939, there was 55 patrons at Appleton. In 1918, there was 75 patrons. 25 is still approximately 75. There's yarns like that somebody wrote.
Yeah. So each cheese factory had a number of patrons. Now, did they sort of own part of it? Were they like shareholders?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our shares was here. 1890 something, old Willie Croft bought that corner ground there in May or April. We paid $50 for it in November. We built the cheese factory. And the back grown, then he built one in Hopeton. Old Willie Croft made all the money in this country. Like sawmills, woolen mills. So I don't know what all that man had. When he came over here, his father died at sea. His mother and his sister were in Montreal. And his ticket said Perth, so he could prove. It was a state family that raised him here. He started out with a pack in his bag. And he built a store here. He says, long count, square timber goes to deck. That's his anchor lying in there in the floor. Cross anchor. The log type, square timber's going to deck.
What? Sorry, what's an anchor?
You ever seen it?
No. Recording? Yeah, recording. So Bill Croft, you're telling me about. Now, is this the Bill Croft who just died a little while ago, or was this his dad?
Grandfather?
His grandfather. All right. So when would he have come over?
Can't tell you honestly. Maybe in the late 20s, 30s.
Just when the settlement was opening up? Yeah.
All out here somewhere.
Yeah. Be interesting to see, if you could get, if the milk marketing board wasn't around anymore, if you could get people to produce a little milk to put into a common pool and make cheese and employ one cheesemaker, I mean, just be interesting to see if communities could do small-scale cheese making again.
The first cheese in this country was made at home, made your own.
Oh, yeah.
And guilty. Racking one for press. Guilty of racking cheese press.
Oh. How did you manage that?
Figured out how we racked it. But
Yeah, got wrecked.
made it 2 to 6, 2 to 8 blankets, and weighted with stones.
Yeah.
The ladies went here from Canada last in February. There was Stevenson's down there in the second line.
Okay, no, I don't know that.
You know, and there's a couple from Canada. Sarah Smith and John Perry. On Sunday afternoon in the house down there, and this is what she was after, all she's saying. But she would get going in the 1700s and that, when it was opened on the vegetarian up through.
Mm-hmm.
This country didn't open until 1820. It was surveyed in 1818 and 1819 and wasn't open for settlement until 20.
Yeah.
Couldn't get our information out of this country, but get some of it.
Yeah. So how much cheese would a family make? As much as they wanted or as much as they could eat?
Right now I can't even tell you how many pounds average, 11 pounds milk, 8 pounds cheese,
Well, you got me. I have a clue.
something like that. When the first the butterfat was gone, people used to steal it. The cheese factory in line. The old guy slip out at night and skim the whey tank and all your butterfat,
Oh, yeah.
take the some scabs and what have you.
Oh, I see. Of course, eh? Good for the stomach.
So somebody would then saw the plank and under side one day.
Oh, no.
And then you see the old rack cards for the pay a man to weigh the way out. You put in so many pounds of milk, you're out so many inches away. And you don't know that carry on. You just poured the water to it. Everybody got lots of it. It's only water, but
Yeah, yeah. Now, why is it? You're going to have to explain this because I'm not entirely sure what you're talking about. That you bring in the milk and you start with the milk, making the cheese, and slowly you get the separation. The whey comes off, and you want to drain that off. Yeah.
a lot of heat.
A lot of heat. So how would they cook a vat of milk with wood fires?
You know, there's a big steam boiler, and that was steam that had to that. Just piped to it.
Okay, so
Like that I can mind it here.
yeah, there's a steam vat. So now, what would they do with the whey? They give it back to the owner, or
Going back, you do it home for
stock? Yeah, yeah, fatten up the pigs. So that starts to leave a more and more concentrated product behind. So this is where guys would come in and skim off the butterfat for a richer stock feed.
when it ended up, they started separating the whey and then made the butter, way butter. And that was an added income to it. So,
Now, whey butter isn't made anymore, right?
I haven't seen it for years.
What was the advantage of it? It was just cheap to make, or was it a different taste, or more healthy maybe because less fat?
It had catching a byproduct that used to be wasted.
Sure. So you got to use more of the milk. Huh. I've heard the term whey butter. So did it taste different from ordinary butter?
Yes. It was whiter.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't have the color that you have in regular. Why didn't you use 2 or 3 bottles of butter color out there? You used to use homemade butter. You wanted to you put in so much butter color when you started off. In the summertime you didn't eat it. you're getting down the line.
Yeah.
You eat it.
Oh, I see. You're kidding, eh? So in the winter they'd have to add a little artificial color.
It's all right there, the shelf yet.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think it was Mr. Jack Reed's bottle buttercolor that's right there.
Ah,
The original.
isn't that something? So the cheese factory would make not simply cheese, but also butter and whey butter and...
Here, Roger, tell me here, a year ago, or 2 years ago, I don't know what we got into for non-titles and that, and I was down there with a bunch of papers and shirts. Mother always claimed we never made money till we started the cheese factory. Now for Stuart and Levin, they do it here. Little.
Mm-hmm.
I always maintained that we never made money till we went to the cheese factory.
I'm not surprised. I mean, the guys who make the most consistent money are the dairy farmers still. And so many different foods made out of milk. But yeah, it must have been a real boon to farmers. You know, you can sell a little pork, you can sell a little beef, but it's a chancy market, goes up and down. But they get a steady price for your milk.
1904, A. Scott was at Brightside, wanted somebody to draw a load of milk from Brightside to Joe's Lake to put in his plant. It wasn't a cheese factory then, he called it a plant.
Mm-hmm.
No, from Brightside to Joe's Lake.
Wow.
That was a long, tedious truck and wagon,
I guess so.
and it's got to be in there for a certain time in the morning. You can't take it in at 11 o'clock and figure you can through it by the time of night.
Okay, so you have to have each daily supply sitting there. There's no storage capacity, of course, any of these cheese factories, so it has to come in, get used, and be...
Yep.
But how long between taking a run of milk? You know, let's say the day's milk comes in, and there it is, and you put it in the vat, and you put the heat to it. Now, were you finished with all the evaporating by the end of the day, or did you have to
go? The press and everything else by the end of the day. Providing things went right.
Yeah.
If something go a little off somewhere, not kills time.
Yeah.
Just adds on to the end of the day then.
Sure. You didn't get home till late. Huh. Now they'd make cheese right through the year, eh? I mean, they wouldn't stop.
No, they call it here, well, generally around the 1st of November.
Okay.
Frost, cold. Where the whole steam and all the rest of it, building to heat. So, one year I mined. Jimmy Iron was on the middle. We went to go, I don't know where all I'd been first, but we went to where Stuart Rogers lived, we couldn't. They're down the fences in the field. Drifted full of snow.
Yeah. So so delivery was chancy at best, but were the cows dried off then too? I mean, was there a time of year when the cows got dried off?
Then you make a few cloth of butter for yourself.
Okay. So the output was going down a bit maybe, and people just diverted it for home use.
Yep.
So how long would it stay closed?
Well, till the 1st of May.
Gee, it's half the year, eh?
Half the year.
Yeah. Whoa. Now what about in the 30s? We were talking about the 30s. I mean, I imagine people were still using a lot of horses.
All horses. You didn't get tractors or trucks. Trucks used to make a few 1918 Model Ts. Beat up for a car, then you made it into a truck.
Yeah.
As far as the truck goes, I don't know when they started making them. No idea when the first truck was made.
Well, I imagine they made a lot during the First World War, and commercially after that, I don't know.
First World War?
Oh, sure. Yeah. You can see them in the old films. I mean, they still use a lot of horses, but they
That's
were,
what I was coming at, was
yeah,
the horses that was used.
yeah. So people generally around here didn't have their own cars and trucks through the 30s. I mean, starting into the 30s, they may have.
Yeah, some of the 20s came and lived here.
Mm-hmm.
In the start of the 30s at the bottom, how they looked.
Mm-hmm.
Person. Star touring.
An all-star touring. Yeah.
There's Matt Sullivan one, Mel Hardy was one, that was one, Nelson Peacock and Star. The only copperized motor that was ever made
Huh.
in Star cars. And they quit about 29 and then went Durant. Like Durant practically, in 29 it was practically all Durant.
Yeah. The Durants took over the Star Company. Okay.
Star, Continental. No more.
Family must have had to have a lot of. I mean, right now you have a car, maybe you have two cars. You know, maybe you have a car and a truck. Of course, in those days, you'd probably have to have what? You'd have to have a family buggy, and then a family sleigh, and then a heavy wagon for hauling things to market. What else would you need to have?
Well, home there we'd the heavy slaves, and we'd the driver's slave, 2 seats, and the cutter. Others had a double slave. An ordinary slave would say 5.5 or 6 foot length runner on the front slave, and a 6.5 or 7 foot runner on the back. The driver's slaves, they were just 4 and 5. They were up high. The double slave, it had about an 8 foot runner. They were all right when you want to turn and snow them. They were hard.
Hmm. Oh yeah, I've been upstairs.
Yep.
Yeah, you haven't changed a lot in the last couple of years, I imagine, eh?
No, it didn't.
Yeah. I was noticing on that, on one of the old maps back there, Allie, that the first road came up sort of 511 and into the settlement. And there wasn't a road that went east for a long time, eh?
Here,
Yeah, from here to
Oakland, or
or Elmont.
Alma.
I don't know when that went in, eh?
The first road was up here to Herman Mountain. Some of it went out through the fields to Cambodia. Some of it went down the 7th lane and then into Meadow. And way down through the foot of Metro Lake, and went down through and come out of the bush over to Donny Gibson. That's the first Meadow Road went.
Hmm.
And then they round the north end of the lake. It started, couldn't keep it above the water. It kept them down on them, so they built this road straight through 48, 49, that road was built straight through.
Okay. So before 48, you'd have to go through Galbraith.
You go to Burt Rogers. I was saying Burt Bruce's, where you swing down into the hall,
Yeah.
you went straight in there,
Oh, okay.
around the end of the north end of the lake. And that road now goes through in the south end of the lake.
Oh, I see, okay. That road that goes past the fire tower.
Yeah.
Okay, that'll be the way out.
Yep. We used to walk down there to school. We come out 8 lanes straight up onto that road, and then come to Middle. Wade water. I can name 3 bridges, one on top of the other. In there.
Okay, just as they subsided, they'd build another one on top. Ah. Be nice if they built one of those at our place. There's that low spot on the 4th line, just as
Intend to
goes by the river.
ask you if you get motored out every day a string, or did you get shut in?
Oh no, we got flooded out about a week. Usually we see it coming, so we just put the vehicles over by the Sobos on top of the hill, and Jimmy had told us that story, so we sort of knew what to do the first year it happened. He just said, oh yeah, when it floods I walk out across the high ground. So we, I think 5 years ago anyway, 87, was the first year it flooded, so we couldn't get out. So we marked that trail with little flags. And that was the year we were expecting Owen. And the only reason he wasn't well, he was born at home, but the only reason we didn't get flooded in while we had him was that he was late. He was due in the end of April, and he came the 1st of May. So by that time the road had been dry about a week. But between then and now, last 5 years, there have been a couple of times when it's come over, a foot or 6 inches or whatever. You can sort of go through slowly. But then this spring, 92, it came up fast and it came up full, and it was at least 2 feet, I imagine, on the road.
One spell in Leonard, it was coming 1 3/4 an hour. It was raising in Leonard. And not before they started measuring it, one day it raised 8 inches. And 1 3/4 an hour.
Yeah, I can believe it.